top story today. Detectives searching for missing Gaynor Lord have released new footage of what they say is the last sighting of her on CCTV before she disappeared. The 55-year-old mother has been missing since she left work early last Friday.
Norfolk Constabulary said it is likely she entered the River Wensum, adding they can't explain her behaviour from that day. Well, joining us now to give us the latest is talkTV's correspondent Nick Ellerby. Nick, really good to see you this morning. It's so intriguing. It's a very troubling story indeed. The timeline starts at 2:44. There are multiple sightings of her. As we heard, the police really keeping an open mind. What's the latest there in Norwich?
Morning, David. Morning, Sarah. The latest is the police are currently combing through hours and hours of CCTV footage from Norwich city centre. They've also got Gaynor Lord's mobile phone. They told me they're going through the records there. They wouldn't reveal any more information when I spoke to them, but they say they are going through that, trying to work out what may have happened, who may have called Gaynor, who Gaynor may have called on Friday. What we do know is, as you mentioned, she left work at 2:45 p.m. at Gerald's department store, where she works as a retail assistant at Bullard's Gin. You see her hurrying through the city centre. She comes down Queen Street, which is just to my left here, and then comes to this crossing behind me. And you see her almost get hit by a car on this crossing, and then make her way down this road into the cathedral grounds. The police are particularly keen to speak to any eyewitnesses that may have seen her in the cathedral grounds. There's about a half-an-hour window where they don't have much footage of her. We understand that Gail's sister-in-law does say that she told the Sun newspaper that Gail has religion, but she is not sure why exactly she went into the cathedral grounds. This is more or less Gaynor's route home, but then sometime at around 3:45 she comes out of the cathedral grounds and makes her way to Wensum Park. And the working hypothesis of the police is that Gaynor entered the water. Gaynor was seen at around 4 p.m, just after 4, by a couple of eyewitnesses in the park. One mentioned that she saw a woman removing her coat and performing a yoga pose. Currently, specialist divers are combing that part of the river. The police are very much concentrating their search on the river. They've been going through with specialist teams over the last couple of days. I spoke to Chief Superintendent Dave Buckley of Norfolk Constabulary, and he told me there are echoes of the Nick Ellerby case, and Norfolk police are linking in with Lancashire to try and learn the lessons of that investigation, which was criticised by press and public. And here's what he told me about that.
I don't think any particular lessons have been learned from Norfolk. Like I've already said previously, I'm really confident in the investigation that we're undertaking. It's always really key for us to go to forces where similar inquiries have been undertaken, to see what could be learnt, to see what decisions were made, to see what things happened, just to make sure that we do the very best job of it we can.
So the Chief Superintendent did tell me that there were a couple of things about the bully investigation, especially one, the way they search areas, the way searches are carried out. I know they've returned to some areas to search areas around the river again, because they're really keen not to miss anything. So they're going back over ground they've already searched, and also the way they're releasing information to the public. We've seen them sort of drip feed bits of CCTV footage this week. They are appealing for more members of the public to come forward with anything, even if they think it's insignificant. We understand at least 30 members of the public have already come through with information, and the police are just trying to build up a clearer picture of Gaynor's journey from work on Friday afternoon around 2:45 p.m. to Wensum Park. They have also said that they do have indications as to why she went missing, but they're not telling us that at the moment, what that might be. That could be something to do with, did she receive a phone call at work which caused her to leave work early? We know she left work some 75 minutes early. Or could it be someone she met or a call she received on the route? Now, the police do tell me they are fairly confident that Gaynor did not meet anyone physically on that journey from work to the park. But they do have, as I say, indications why she may have left early. They say, speaking to friends and family, that the behaviour shown in that CCTV is out of character. Another thing, a friend has come forward to say that Gaynor Lord called her twice on Friday afternoon. First of all, at around 2 p.m, before she left work. And she couldn't speak to her. She didn't have time. She had a client, I believe, and then again later on. Her name is Julie Butcher, and here's what she told reporters about that.
I wish I hadn't have answered that call. Really wish I hadn't have answered that call. And then she may have talked to me a bit more. Or, you know, I might have found out the reason why she was calling me. She was happy on Tuesday. We had a few gins with her. And, you know, the last time I saw her, she gave me a hug.
So a lot of friends and family are quite concerned and quite surprised and say what's happened is quite out of character. I've spoken to people who know Gaynor from the past and from more recently. She plays tennis. She's an avid tennis player. The tennis club say she comes and goes, but she plays for the Stanmore ladies C team. And they said that behaviour is already out of character as well. And another couple I spoke to who were her bosses in a pub she worked at in the 80s. So she's a very bubbly person. Everyone telling me very bubbly, very chatty, very friendly, very attractive. Another thing I picked up speaking to people who know Gaynor is that Wensum Park holds a connection, a strong connection in her memory. It's a popular bathing spot, or at least it was, in the 70s, 80s and 90s, and lots of people used to go there. They tell me Gaynor used to go there as a young girl, so certainly the park holds a strong connection in her memory as well. But currently, police are just trying to build up, as I say, a clearer picture of that journey she made on Friday afternoon, and we'll obviously be in touch as soon as we get any updates, David.
Nick, thank you very much indeed.